How do? I'm going to try my hand at some pickups, just try and get back in the swing of things. I've already covered this kind of stuff on Instagram, so if you follow me on there you'll know what's coming, but this is kind of the stuff. I had a birthday, I was 41 a couple of weeks ago, and I'm just going to cover the stuff that I got for my birthday, gifts, one order that just happened to come around my birthday, and something I bought with not really birthday money, but I bought it on my birthday. We had like a bit of a spend, so I'm going to try and keep it, succinct, to the point. Is that the word? I don't even know, I don't even care. And try not to go on too long. The game that I ordered for myself, I ordered from Amazon, and it was like 60% off or some shit. I can't remember how much it was, but it's one that has been on my list for a while because, if you know me, I love my belt-scrolling beat-em-up games. But you also probably know that I'm not very keen on Double Dragon, but I did love Double Dragon, what was it called now? The fairly recent one. Double Dragon Gaiden. I really enjoyed that one, actually. But like the old Double Dragon games I don't like. But I picked up the limited edition of Double Dragon Revive on the Switch. I think this was about $17.99. It was down from 35 quid or whatever. So, yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to play because it's a 3D polygonal one. It's not like 2D sprites and stuff, so it doesn't often translate. It's the limited edition, which doesn't really have too much in it, apart from it's got these shiny cards, which don't really mean anything. But we've got Billy, they're all sort of foil embossed, Jimmy, and as far as I'm aware, new character Marion. Nice shiny foil embossed cards. I like to say I'd probably put them up somewhere, but more than likely they'll just stay in the box forever. And which I wasn't aware of. I'm just going to cover the code up because I haven't done it yet. I'd never noticed this at first. We've got to download code for some additional skins. I'm curious to see what this plays like. Like I said, it's a bit worrying when games like this go 3D. Doesn't often translate very well, but we'll see. So for my birthday, it was my 41st birthday on the 25th of March. I'd asked basically just for games from Susie. We don't really do presents for each other nowadays. There's my mum and my sister as well, but I'd asked for gift cards from them. So these were all the gifts I got from Susie for my birthday. Mostly Switch games actually, and Switch, a little bit of Switch too. But I don't know. As much as it is my second console, I love collecting for the Switch, and I love anything that's not going to push anything to its limits and stuff like that. I do like to buy on the Switch so I can play handheld. The first one was a game I've been meaning to buy for ages and just never got around to it because I absolutely loved the remake of Link's Awakening, and that's Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. It's yeah, I've not played it yet. I've not played many of these yet because I'll come to that at the end of it. But yeah, it's there's nothing in the box apart from the game, but it's got some nice inner artwork. I've been told it plays quite differently. It looks like it played quite differently, to be honest. But I'm not bothered about that. I'm sure it's going to be good. I got this one was sort of an out on a limb kind of game. I got Absalom, which is basically the guys who made Streets of Rage 4. It's their take on like a Golden Axe kind of thing. Nothing in the box. Just sounded up my street a bit. It's a bit roguelite apparently, but I've been getting more and more into roguelite games lately, so I'm looking forward to trying that one. And the Switch 2, she got me Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I don't know if it's got no inner box art. Fun fact, this is my first genuine on the cartridge Switch 2 game, so yeah. Bit of a landmark game, that one. It's one I've been meaning to play for ages. I'm not a fan of the Warriors series, but I did like the last Hyrule Warriors game. And this one is a sort of direct sequel to that. It's going to be good to get into that one. Like I said, I've not played many of these games at all because of what is going to be coming up. The last Switch game she bought me was Terminator 2D No Fate, which is one I've been wanting for a while. Like, I love like 2D games like this. I love beat 'em up games. It's got a beat 'em up section in it. But I'm also collecting the physical Bitmap Bureau games on the Switch. Really hoping they bring out He-Man, because if not, I'm going to cry. This one was an Amazon used like new thing, or used very good. Sorry, my phone's been quiet all day, and as soon as I start filming a fucking video, it starts vibrating. It was used very good, but it's a little bit bashed up around the box. It's a tuck box too, which I'm never happy about, because I just don't like the fact that you have to basically bend them and stuff to get stuff out. So once I'm going to take the game out now, and it's going to stay out. But what we got in the box? There's a copy of the game. It's inside here. We have an actual manual, which is crazy. You don't see them very often. It's a nice thick manual as well, and it's also got this reversible cover, which is always cool. I do prefer the original cover, I think, though, so I'm going to keep it as it is. Inside the box we have this cloth poster, which I'm not even sure how to put up really, but it being cloth, you can't use, I don't think blue tack will hold it. But it's just basically the box art. It's really nice. I want to try and find a way of getting that up. It's probably just going to have to be a pin's job, but it's finding a place for it in here in a minute, because all the wall space is taken up. Keep that out so I don't have to keep going back in the box. It's got, for some reason, a second manual, a bigger one. It's making up for all the games that don't have manuals in by giving you two. And then it's got this cool little arcade coin, which I'm going to also keep out of the box and display somewhere. Really nice set, actually, for to say that it wasn't really any more expensive than the standalone thing. In fact, I don't even know if they did a standalone release, but yeah, it is just a nice set to have. And the last game she bought me was, I was really actually looking forward to playing this, and I've not actually got around to playing it yet. Because at the time it was like on my radar, this is the next game I'm going to play, and that is Ghost of Yotei. I'm not a massive fan of Ghost of Tsushima, and to my knowledge, I don't know if it's like some kind of Mandela thing or what, but to my knowledge it wasn't massively well received anyway at first, but now everyone seems to fucking love it, so I don't know. But for some reason I just got an overwhelming urge to play Ghost of Yotei before my birthday, so I asked for this, and then I never got round to actually playing it. Again, we'll look inside. It's got another like reversible cover inside. You can't really see it very well through the blue, and also with the sunlight shining through, but it's like a very light understated reversible cover, but it's not got a proper spine on it, so it's going to bother me. Not sure whether to play that next or play something else a bit shorter. But that's the beauty of building a backlog, isn't it? Everything's always there for you when you want it. So as last of my birthday presents, I also got a ton of Xbox vouchers. The original plan was to spend them on the £140 edition of WWE 2K26, because £140, as much as I love that series and would get my money's worth, is prohibitively expensive for a game, even if you're getting all the bells and whistles. I'm hoping they'll learn the lesson a bit this year, because the way how they handled the DLC and the costing and everything has had quite a backlash, so I don't mind spending like £80-90 for it, but 140 was rough. So yeah, I'd asked for from my mum and my sister, and one of Susie's friends wanted to get me a present as well, so I'd asked them all for Xbox vouchers with the intent of buying 2K26 with that. But then I found a download code on shop2.net for 2K26 for £100, and I thought, even though I'm getting vouchers, it's still too much of a saving to pass up, so I ended up buying that with my own money. So I used the vouchers on Planet of Lana 2, the Legacy of Kain double pack, the Defiance HD and Ascendance, and then I'm hoping to get the He-Man game that I mentioned earlier from Map Bureau digitally, at least to play it before the physical copy comes out. I'm hoping I've got enough left for that. But that was the last of my birthday presents. So yeah, on my birthday we headed out. I mentioned in my other video what happened to Gabby and the cat, and how she had a bank account that we emptied. And with the money from that, among other things, I picked up a copy on the biggest whim of all time, because I'd never even heard of it till about a week prior. I picked up a copy of Crimson Desert. This is the reason why I haven't played any of those other games, because I've been trying to get into this. I think I went from being off work sick and just caning tons of games and finishing games left, right and centre, to hitting an absolute wall with this. I put about 12 hours into it. I can't get into it. It's not for me. I can see why people love it, but I can also, people are calling it a generational game, and it is not a generational game. It's far too buggy and glitchy and imperfect to be a generational game. It's just kind of like a mashup of the best bits from every other game for like the last 15 years, just all smashed into one like melting pot. And just because they're the best bits doesn't mean they all work together. It's like if you play a football game and just get all the highest rated players and put them in a team, they're not going to work very well, because you'll have so many strikers, no defenders and all that kind of thing. It's kind of the same with this. It's like, just because the cooking and climbing in Zelda was great, and the hunting in Red Dead was great, and I don't know what else is there, the farming in Stardew was great, just because they're all great individually doesn't mean if you put them all together it's just going to massively work. It just means that the game just gets lost in what it's trying to do. And that's my opinion of that game. It's okay if you love it, this is just my opinion. But just silly things like like NPCs talking over each other. You're trying to talk to somebody, like you're trying to have a conversation with two NPCs, and they will like literally both say the lines at the same time. There's stuff like that. There's things like if you're fighting and you go behind a tree, the tree won't like go invisible or transparent, so you just cannot see what's going on. Massive difficulty spikes between normal combat and boss fights. It's just there's so much wrong with it at the minute. It is not a generational game. It reminded me of like when Oblivion was out, and you got that kind of like, around the Xbox 360 time, there was like a glut of like Oblivion wannabes. Like you had Arcania, Gothic 4, you had Two Worlds, you had Divinity, the Dragon Knight Saga, Dragon's Dogma, although that was alright. They were all sort of like trying to sort of be the next Elder Scrolls and failing, and this just feels like one of those. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to get patched up to fuck, and I'm going to try it again probably when I've got 2 weeks off work in September. I'm going to have another go at it. But I did that with Cyberpunk and I still hated it. So I don't know, we'll see how we go with that one. But yeah, not the biggest fan. And lastly, with the money that not lastly, but the last gaming related thing that I bought with the money that we got out of that from liquidating that bank account, I picked up a new controller for the Xbox. I didn't need a new controller. I wasn't in the market for a new controller. I just saw the advert for it from Argos on Instagram. It's so goddamn sexy. It's the Heartbreaker controller, exclusive to Argos, I believe. This is out of the box. Beautiful piece of kit. I just saw it and fell in love. I love like that pink and blue kind of colour scheme. Yeah, it's got the purple bits on it as well. Just a goddamn sexy bit of machinery, solid ass controller. Like I said, I didn't need a controller. I've already got 3 controllers for the Xbox Series X, and it is by far my 3rd console out of the 3 like new generation stuff. So, but it's just a damn good controller, and I absolutely love how it looks. So yeah, I think I've succeeded in just smashing through some pickups. I just wanted to get back into the like sort of rhythm of things. Got some wrestling stuff too, but I'm going to do that in a separate video because I know not everyone's into it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Yes, I'm wearing the same thing as I wore in the last video. It's the same day of recording. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you again